What's up guys, it's LoserInc, the peanut side of the Peanut Butter Troop. Now today I'm going to be talking about how Cloud9 is to replace Luminosity Gaming in the Eleague Season 1 playoffs. So, to get started, let me tell you a little bit about the situation. So basically, the Luminosity players consisting of Fallen, Fur, Taco, Coldzera, and X signed a contract with SK Gaming, a very popular gaming organization, and this contract took effect as of June 1st. So as of June 1st, all the Luminosity players are now SK players. Now because of this, both the SK and Luminosity players were disqualified from E-League Season 1 because a full roster change in team sign-up was due May 18th for the season and can't be changed because of rules dictating that you can't change the roster except when a player is injured or, something like that. Now, since these players completely changed organizations to play under, this is a complete breach of policy, hence they were disqualified. Now, because of this, Cloud9 is to take Luminosity's spot in the season finals, as they were the runner-up in Group A to Luminosity. Now, personally, I tend to follow rules a ton, like a lot more than I honestly really should, but I agree that Luminosity and SK should be disqualified for one main reason. Now you see, it's easy to just change the name on a poster or change who is under whose team. However, if these teams were to compete, then the organizations sponsoring their teams would have to change drastically. I mean, since SK bought the Luminosity players, the organization Luminosity now, of course, has, well, no players to compete for them in the season. And because of this, the organization loses a ton of money and are kind of just screwed out of a tournament that they deserve to have a stake in because they paid to play in it. Now, alternately, the ex-SK players, Sion, Freeze, Madi, Glaive, and Valde, are now a part of Team X. And if the ex-SK players are still allowed to play, the organization sponsoring Team X would receive a whole bunch of revenue, going to them unfairly. And in this whole ordeal, SK would still be the same because they wouldn't really have to leave. I mean, they'd still be in the season, just changing teams. So I completely agree that these two teams should be disqualified, and I'm glad that they were, because this is a complete breach of policy and rules. And I think it was an awesome idea, and I think it was just fair that they were to place the runners-up from Group A, Cloud9, in Luminosity's spot. Now, of course, if they were for some reason, some legal or, I don't know, some loophole in the rules, if they were for some reason to let the ex-Luminosity and ex-SK players play, then they should probably refund all the money that the organization Luminosity had invested in this season, because Luminosity really had no say in the signing of the Luminosity players to SK, which is a completely different story. And in return, they should penalize both the now SK Gaming and Team X teams by either removing one of their map picks in one of their next matches, or fining their organizations some amount. Now, I'm not saying that they should do this. They definitely shouldn't. They shouldn't allow these players who broke the rules and breached these policies to just get a free pass and get to play. But if they were to allow them to play, then I think that this is something that they could do. Now, this is just my personal opinion on the subject matter, no one else's, and because of that, I'd like to thank everybody who listened, and hope that everybody had a great day, and, well, didn't lose too much money betting on one of these teams to win it all. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening, and have an awesome day.